Yo, what up guys? Welcome to your one-stop shop for cops. It's been a while, but I had an idea for a sneaker video that I was kind of, I know that a lot of sneaker YouTubers nowadays have like stories about when they would go buy shoes and like someone would break into the mall or something like that, or they'd, I know that Bullet RC has a story where he's like waiting in line for sneakers, and then it's a crazy release. The police tell them to go home, and then he somehow gets around the back and talks to one of the employees, and then they sneak him a pair of shoes. Totally ridiculous. And I don't really think I have anything that crazy, but I have a couple embarrassing stories, and here's one of them that I wanted to give to you today. Okay, so we need a little bit of context for this story. So one of my friends had been coming down from New York to my place of residence. I'm not gonna disclose that or anything, or to my city of residence. So then they came down via bus, and so I was like waiting for a while, but then I didn't. When I drove into the bus station, I was weird. I was like, there's so many buses over here, but all the cars are over here, so I wasn't sure if I was able to actually go over there. So I stopped by it was like a hardware store, I think, and it's still a shoe store though, trust me. So it's like a hardware store next to this bus station, but then they're like, oh yeah Kev, I'm not really I'm not here yet, but we're gonna be soon, so just stick around and we'll get there. So I decided to go into the hardware store because I was in their parking lot. I was like, I don't want to get towed, I don't want to go somewhere else, but I also kind of have to go to the bathroom, so maybe I'll go into here. So then I go in, and then they asked me what I'm looking for, and I said, oh yeah, I'm looking for some steel-toed shoes for my dad for Father's Day, which was coming up. And then it also happened to be a really cold day, so that's another reason I went inside. And then so I went inside, and then I looked at a bunch of shoes on the wall, and then I saw Reebok shoes, and I was like, hey, I don't have a YouTube, well, I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time, but I was like, well, I might as well just go to this back wall and see if there are any Reebok shoes, and there were. So I went to go get to them, check them out. There were Reebok shoes, steel toes, and then I just looked around. They were like, so on display there are always like smaller shoe sizes, because usually on the display pair is the smallest pair of shoes that they have in that colorway and model, I guess. So I was looking at these, and some of them were like purple, some of them were like brown, but they were all Reebok, and then I was like, oh, pretty sweet. And then so I told the associate what I was looking for, and then she kind of notified me after a few minutes that those were the women's shoes. And then so I kind of like looked a little bit at the men's shoes, but then I was like kind of embarrassed and also like lying, so I decided to get out of there and pick up my friend from the bus port. The worst part of it is though that I have no way of like preventing that from ever happening again. Like I don't really want to go into a bus port. It's so busy and stuff, and like I don't know enough about hardware. I'm not that handy to be able to kind of make my way through that hardware store. But I'm glad I kind of did get to have that chance, because now I am someone who has to wear steel-toed boots for their work. So for my work I have to wear some steel-toed boots some of the time, which is, I mean, look at me, but at the same time, I promise you, I do have to wear steel-toed boots for my work. They're so heavy, like it's half the weight of my leg, but maybe I'll make a video about that later, and how tough it is for those workers out there, because I'm not even someone who wears it all the time during their workday, and my legs feel like they suffer. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching your one-stop shop for cops. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any crazy stories that you've gone through, or if you want me to share more about like my stories that I have with sneakers, because I feel like I'm always looking out, and today I actually went to one of my local shoe stores, and they had Reebok steel-toed boots, and it kind of brought me back to that moment. I haven't had time to post recently because I've been working on Medium recently. It's a Medium publication with my girlfriend, and I've talked about the kind of role that YouTube has had in my life, especially leading up to being an engineer. One of the articles that I'll put down below is how YouTube helped me become an engineer. So that was pretty exciting for me, and I hope that you can check it out. Who knows, maybe I'll link them to this video just to kind of like link the two publications together. Anyway guys, see ya.